Good morning and aloha. How are you today? Today is April the 5th. I'm very happy because finally I was able to submit my reports to Jodo headquarters. And the deadline was yesterday about 9 o'clock, and then I submitted around 8 o'clock. And it was so much pressure and huge responsibility. And because we have 13 temples to report, so it took me, time. But I'm so relieved that now I was able to. But of course, they sometimes request, to revise, and then, so I still not 100% relieved, but at least I'm now very glad, and then, yeah, I'm very happy today. So anyway, thank you very much for joining in this Jodo morning service. And today's service is sponsored by my Dharma friend, Marcel Conrad, who is a German who lives in Korea right now. And I never met him, but I've known him through the internet, and then he recently led the meeting, monthly meeting for Jodo followers. And that was a great, initial action. So we are not, sure what, to do, what we can do, but by meeting, at least once a month, we are planning what we can do, and what we should do. So that is a great, online meeting. So if you are interested in our Jodo community, please join in the monthly and monthly meeting that held the last Saturday in Hawaii time in the morning. So that was so today. Thank you very much. We received donation from Marcel Conrad. Conrad-san, ありがとうございます。So today's service is I want to pray for your ancestors. Now it's so easy because I receive donation through the PayPal, and then I noticed that I had a email that we received donation by friend. So thank you so much. So today's words of Honen is about Japanese word mujokudoku. Mujokudoku is unsurpassed virtue or supreme virtue. And the Japanese word mujo is an expression that being supreme. So there are some expression to mean being supreme, or you can say the highest, right? So in English, even we have some choices to express something the best is such as the highest, right? The highest virtue is also expression, and also unsurpassed is also great expression, and maybe second to none is also another expression to be supreme. And also supreme, the best, is also one of the choices. So in like manner, the Chinese characters to express, how do you express the being the best, being the supreme, is this expression, mujo. Mu literally means none or no, and jo is above. So there is no more above. That is the meaning of mujo. And of course, Japanese has so many homonyms. Homonyms is the same pronunciation but different meaning. So there is also mujo is like nothing is permanent. Is also we call mujo, but that jo is actually constant. Nothing is constant. That is the different kanji. So this kanji, mujo, is there is no more above. That means the highest. So the highest, and the kuroku is virtue. So in Jodoshu Otsutome, there is a kaikyoge. And kaikyoge means to open the sutra, right? So before chanting the sutras, we Jodoshu is a triple Pure Land Sutras, right? One of the passages. Of course, you can read, take some time, hours to read all, Jodoshu Pure Land Sutra, but usually, because of the limited time, we usually chant one of the passages of the triple sutras. So in this kaikyoge, before chanting, triple sutra passage, we have kaikyoge that before opening the sutra, mujo jinjin, mimyoho, 百千万号南宋具、ガーコン検問特十字、願下如来真実義。That is 開教下. So every time just before chanting sutras, we read this 開教下, the opening verse for chanting sutra. That is mujo, is unsurpassed, profound, and wondrous dharma. Even after 100,000 and millions, aeons, is very difficult to encounter. But now we receive and we hear and we uphold it. May we understand the true message of the Tathagata. So that is the kaikyoge. But in the very beginning of the phrase is mujo. That is what today's theme. That is unsurpassed, the supreme and virtue. And the unsurpassed virtue is, of course, Nembutsu. So how Honen Shonin explained unsurpassed virtue? How Honen Shonin regarded Nembutsu. So let me read today's words of Honen Shonin. Day 5. So according to teachings of Honen Shonin, merit unparalleled. So unparalleled is actually another expression of supreme, right? Supreme. So, but mujo is in this nuance, in this meaning, there is no more above. It is said that if one is lacking in virtuous roots, he should practice reciting Nembutsu and receive unsurpassed merit. Some may believe that since they have cultivated great virtuous roots other than Nembutsu, they can attain birth in the Pure Land without Nembutsu. Master Shandao, however, exhorted us to rely on the essential vow and to repeat Nembutsu, believing that our virtuous roots are shallow and meager. The larger sutra reads, a single utterance of the name of Buddha Amitabha brings us enormous virtue and unsurpassed merit. How much more merit can one receive through continual vocalization of Nembutsu for life? It follows that we must not doubt the certainty of Ojo through Nembutsu if we don't cultivate virtuous roots. So over here, there are keywords. That is, one is mujokudoku, that is unsurpassed virtue, right? So there are 2 times it's a mujokudoku in this short passage. And another keyword is zenkon. Zenkon is also a keyword for this words of Honen Shonin. And Zen is actually also homonym, right? So nowadays, Buddhist Zen means dhyana, meditation, right? But Zen in this kanji, same kanji, but this is the goodness. And it's more like, good and more like, I think, right. What is right? That is good. And so the Zen, in Japanese, Zen, of course, different from meditation Zen and Zen. So, Master Shandao is a Chinese translation, Shandao. In Japanese, how do you say Master Shandao, our Master Honen's spiritual master, Master Shandao in Japanese? Is Zendo. So that Zen is actually goodness, good mean, and what is right. So in Japanese saying, like Zen wa isoge, Zen wa isoge is that do not hesitate to do the right, to do what is right. That is the Japanese saying. Or make haste to do what is right. So Zen is something good, but more like what is right is good or right. So Zendo, Master Shandao is actually Zen is goodness. And Do, what is meaning the Do or Dao in Chinese? Is to lead. So to lead being goodness. That is what Master Shandao, our spiritual master's literal meaning, Zendo. To lead what is right. To lead goodness. Or in maybe another translation, great leader of goodness. Great leader of goodness is our Master Shandao, Chinese master, spiritual master. So Zen is actually meaning goodness or what is right. And then Kon, what is Kon? It's a roots. Of course, Kon has homonyms, so many other words, but this Zenkon is the good roots. So in this word of Honen Shonin, it is translated that virtuous roots. So if we doing, you sometimes do the good thing, we think that's enough. And then maybe even after death, we can achieve the birth in the Pure Land because we are good, doing good thing. But doing good thing and to be born in the Pure Land is completely different direction. So that's what Honen Shonin wanted to say. So even if you do good things that you cannot go to a Pure Land, why? It's because it's not different direction and it's not what Amida Buddha wanted. So in order to be born into the specific Amida Buddha land, what we need is that not to do the good things, in general, but to do what Amida Buddha wants, right? What Amida Buddha wants to do. That is what we need. So in this sense, we should separate to think about, to do what is right, to do goodness, and to do Nembutsu are completely different. So, Honen Shonin says that to recite Namu Amida Butsu, Nembutsu is such unsurpassed merit. It's Mujokudoku. Nembutsu Mujokudoku. It's unsurpassed merit to be born into Amida Buddha's Pure Land. That is Honen Shonin clearly said. And he quoted his master words that Zendo Daishi, Master Shandao, thought himself, he had very little virtuous roots. And then, however, he knew virtuous roots, but even one utterance of Nembutsu, you will receive the unsurpassed merit. Mujokudoku, you will receive if you recite one time Nembutsu. So that is what Honen Shonin Great said. So it actually quoted from the larger sutra reads, a single utterance of the name of Buddha Amitabha brings us enormous virtue. So that is another expression of merit unparalleled. That is Mujokudo. And unsurpassed merit. How much more merit can one recite? How can one receive through the continual vocalization of Nembutsu for life? So this is, we need to be careful, Just one Nembutsu, one time Nembutsu is unsurpassed merit, right? How do you understand it? So there was after Honen Shonin passed away, there was called Ichinengi. It's a single calling school led by Seikakubo Kosai. So you don't need to recite many times because it says that just a single utterance of Nembutsu, you receive unsurpassed merit. Why you need more Nembutsu? That is the unsurpassed, Ichinengi is a single calling school statement, right? This is actually not wrong because it says that even one time recite. But Honen Shonin's understanding is that you should not satisfy with this one time Nembutsu. By continuing Nembutsu, by reciting more Nembutsu, you will appreciate the meaning of one time Nembutsu. So this is how do you pursue the high goal. By having a higher goal, we can make ourselves level up. We can make ourselves improve. And if you have a low goal, you don't get improved, right? And maybe even, not only you are not satisfied, and then maybe you can be lazy. Oh, because only one time Nembutsu, and then eventually you don't do. Oh, you don't need to do anything. So that actually, if you have a lower goal, we are opt to be lazy. Oh, that's one time enough. And then maybe no need, no Nembutsu is necessary. Already Honen Shonin, Amida Buddha, essential about that he wanted. So why we need? So that kind of idea, misunderstanding may arise. But Honen Shonin's understanding of, because, one time Nembutsu is unsurpassed merit, then how much more, if you recite more great virtues. So in order to express this, Honen Shonin used Nembutsu o souzoku sen. Nembutsu o souzoku suru is, souzoku is like to continue, to take over, to do. So to continue is to continuation of Nembutsu that Honen Shonin valued. So not having, the lower goal, but having more, then you will super be grateful that one time Nembutsu, we will understand even one time utterance of Nembutsu, one time reciting Namu Amida Butsu is such a supreme, merit. And why not more Nembutsu? We receive more. So that is, I think, the meaning of Honen Shonin. So 無常功徳 is unsurpassed merit or unparalleled merit or virtue is 大利. So in 先着集先着本願念仏集 念仏 is a big, it's called 大利. It's great virtue, great merit, big merit. And then other practices, other practices other than 念仏 is little, surely is actually little merit. So as compared to unsurpassed merit, big merit, so this is talking about the birth in the pure land. So in order to be born into the supreme land of Amida Buddha, there is a specific way, and in this specific way, this Nembutsu, to chant Namu Amida Butsu, is such a supreme, unsurpassed virtue and merit. And even one time is unsurpassed virtue, unsurpassed merit, then we should more is more, merit. That is our master. And then Hone Shonin never says that the very specific number. That always he says that 念仏を相続する. So to continue 念仏 is what we need to do. So thank you very much. We now start the service. To be as pure as an incense burner. I aspire for my mind to be like the light of wisdom. With every thought, I burn this incense of discipline and meditation. To dedicate myself to the past, present, and the future Buddhas of the 10 directions.
「
take refuge in the Buddhas, who eternally dwell in the lands of the 10 directions. I wholeheartedly take refuge in the Dharma, the teachings, which eternally exist in the lands of the 10 directions. I wholeheartedly take refuge in the Sangha, the community which eternally exists in the lands of the 10 directions. 無常みなせそう入道場無常釈迦如来入道場無常実法如来入道場 We reverently call upon Amida Buddha, the world-honored one, to enter this sacred place. We reverently call upon Shakyamuni Tathagata, the enlightened one, to enter this sacred place. We reverently call upon the Tathagatas of the 10 directions to enter this sacred place. 呵責所造諸悪語勧誘無視頓人知自信愛思少々一切が今回参へ The harmful actions I have done in the past are all derived from my inherent greed, anger, and delusion, born of my conduct, words, and thoughts. I now repent them all. 10年 ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブチュナムアミダブ開教芸 無常人人微妙法百千万語難僧具我根見門徳十字願下如来真実義 Just past profound and wondrous Dharma, even after 100,000 million aeons, is difficult to encounter. We now here receive and uphold it. May we understand the true message of the Tathagata. 死生芸 The birth of the four vows. I have established the past vows and shall without fail reach the ultimate path. If these vows are not fulfilled, may I not attain perfect enlightenment. Should I for countless aeons not become a great benefactor and relieve all those in poverty and suffering, may I not attain perfect enlightenment. When I reach the path of the Buddha, my name shall resound beyond the 10 directions. Should there be a place in which it cannot be heard, may I not attain perfect enlightenment. Abandoning desire with profound right mindfulness and pure wisdom, I shall cultivate pure practice. I shall intently pursue the ultimate path to become a teacher of all celestial and human beings. Divine power radiates forth a great light that completely illuminates limitless lands, illuminating the darkness of the three defilements to lead all beings out of suffering, opening the eyes of wisdom to extinguish the darkness of ignorance, and obstructing the harmful path to provide passage to the gate of fortunate destiny. Fully endowed with all the virtues, the Buddha's majestic radiance shall shine brightly in the 10 directions, outshining the sun and the moon, and eclipsing the brilliance of the heavens. For the sake of all beings, a Buddha opens the Dharma storehouse and widely shares its treasures of birch. Among all who have gathered, a Buddha always expounds the Dharma like a lion's roar, making offerings to all the Buddhas and becoming endowed with all roots of birch. With the vows and wisdom perfected, a Buddha becomes a hero of the three realms. Like the unimpeded wisdom of a Buddha that reaches and shines upon all, I vow that the power of my birch and wisdom will be equal to yours, most venerable one. If these vows are realized, may the whole universe tremble with joy, and from the sky all the celestial beings will rain down rare and wondrous flowers. 本税で弥陀本税願極楽使用文上三等栄光即所無所Amida Buddha's original vows are the essential gate to the ultimate bliss. May this merit be transferred equally to enable us to immediately attain birth in the Pure Land. 10年。ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダナムアミダブツナムアミダブ 慎み敬って拝読し立て祭る元祖大師ご法語第5章前言なければこの念仏を主して無常の功徳を縁とす世の前言多くばたとえ念仏せずとも頼む方もあるべししかれば全道は我が身をば前言白書なりと信じて本願を頼み念仏せよと進めたまえり今日にひとたび名号となうるに代理をうとすまたすなわち無常の功徳をうととけりいかに言わんや年々相続せんおやしかれば前言なければとて念仏往生たごべからず Teachings of Hoden Shonin, Day 5, Merit Unparalleled. It is said that if one is lacking in virtuous roots, he should practice reciting Nembutsu and receive unsurpassed merit. Some may believe that since they have cultivated great virtuous roots, other than Nembutsu, they can attain birth in the Pure Land without Nembutsu. Master Shantao, however, exhorted us to rely on the essential vow and to repeat Nembutsu, believing that our virtuous roots are shallow and meager. The larger sutra reads, a single utterance of the name of Buddha Amitabha brings us enormous virtue and unparalleled merit. How much more merit can one receive through the continual vocalization of Nembutsu for life? It follows that we must not doubt the certainty of Ojo through Nembutsu if we don't cultivate virtuous roots. The infinite light of Amida Buddha illuminates 10 directions of the world, and all who call upon his name shall be received and never abandoned. Namu Amida No. 阿弥陀仏衆大願の阿弥陀仏案件教師が無二仏論法少女少女観音聖主大和国蘭会へ少女大会衆と一切三宝法大寺音ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブツナムアミダブ I revere the king of the great compassionate vows, Amida Buddha, the dispatcher and founder of the teachings, Shakyamuni Buddha, all the Buddhas, as many as the sons of the Ganges in the six directions, Kannon, Seishi, all the great bodhisattvas, the world assemblies of ultimate bliss, the beings of the pure and great ocean, and the three treasures and the great compassion. 天下阿人日が正明具二在名義語海南四阿無入首特公任無襲来上ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブチナムアミダブ May there be harmony below the heavens with the sun and the moon shining brightly. May the wind and rain be timely and disasters and calamity not arise. May nations be bountiful, people safe, and armies and weapons not to be used. Let us revere virtue and humanity and cultivate respect and humility. 大祖明天道大士元祖変更道三下上合格寺教名称和順法二大金大上純国三通なき戦士三国伝道初代祖師と上修寺音ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダナムアミダブツナムアミダブ Our High Patriarch Komyo, the Great Master Shandao, our founder, the Great Master Enko Tozen Ejo, Hokaku Jikyo Meisho Wajun Honi Daishi Honen Shonin, the Second Patriarch National Teacher Daisho Shoju Shoko Shonin, the Third Patriarch, the Recording and Meditation Master Kishu Ryochu Shonin, the light of transmitting the pure land of the three countries, and all the great patriarchs by realizing the compassionate blessings. 東コロワ浄土院解散無礼松上上人荒田源鉄上人吉田中上人伊藤健上上人加藤正山上人山口龍海上人日野修水上人足明俊上人浦上健上上人奈良柴雄文上人歴代上人並びに海峡上院専務首相霊と追善増上菩提 阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏また願わくはハワイ浄土宗歴代開教師開教助院専務首相霊等追善増上菩提 ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダナムアミダブチュナムアミダブ The founding master of our temples, the restorers, and all the priests who serve this temple with a Fugen practice will achieve perfect enlightenment. 思想部も一切断のつけチ修上頓打直落口無料もじゃびく長小浄土ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブツナムアミダブ 自問青年道縁具足無所証芸道増上ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブツナムアミダブ また願わくは当時会期以来手段のつ日配合配心盲中院諸奨霊等追善増上菩提ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダナムアミダブチュナムアミダブまた願わくはWe pray for the peace and stability of our temple and for complete affinity with the past. May we be completely free of hindrances and cultivate our practice of the Buddhist path. My prayers to my teachers and ministers, to my father and mother, to all the temple members, donors, and all living beings with whom I have karmic connections. May all those who are living experience joy, prosperity, and longevity without limit. May those who have died escape from suffering and transcend to be born into the pure light. 当時会期以来、初段のつ日配合配心盲中院諸奨霊等追善増上菩提 Since the founding of this temple, to all the members, the daily and monthly memorial tablets, the recently deceased, those in the intermediate stage of existence, and to all spirits, may we cultivate virtuous so that they may be enlightened. 願に上来主宿読開室へここにとむろうところの奨霊はコンラッド家先祖代々一族専門諸軍霊と追善増上菩提ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブツナムアミダブ We bow here on with the virtues accumulated from this place of practice to transfer our merit to ancestors of the Conrad family for their happiness and achievement of enlightenment. And also our merit to the ancestors who attend this service and to those who passed away in wars, in accidents and in disasters for their happiness and achievement of enlightenment. 如来大慈悲愛民5年戦死病物横難合死三害万霊無縁無縁内死崩壊平等利益開室下校願にし功徳陽能聖一切同保菩提心往生安那ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブツナムアミダブ We aspire for these merits and virtues to be equally bestowed upon all. And may we together develop the aspiration for enlightenment to achieve birth in the pure land of peace and bliss. 10年 ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブ ナムアミダブツナムアミダThank you very much once again, Marcel-san. Thank you for the donation. And then tomorrow we will have morning service. And you see over here, the orchid has a very tiny bud. So I hope it's coming big. And it's amazing that since February it has bloomed. So once again, thank you very much for the service. And then have a great day. ありがとうございます。マハロー。